While I talk about a plot twist, the enemies know exactly where the bodyguards are headed. They are not backing off, they're gearing up for an all-out assault. Meanwhile, the Mercedes zoomed back to the base like it had superpowers, and Ron's vehicle safely crossed the... However, this isn't the dawn of hope, but rather the darkness before the dawn. Ron warned the commander, "From now on, this is my show, and everyone needs to get ready for the enemy's big attack." But let's face it, there's no air support from the US, and Ron and his squad, plus that one surviving bodyguard, make up the entire fighting force of this outpost. Ron distributed ammo, whipped out the map to mark shooting points, and before you know it, they were scaling the rooftop, setting things up for an all-nighter. With the help of their night vision gear, they were stunned to see a swarm of armed men moving like ants. The enemy snuck in from a nearby farm, and Ron ordered, "Hold your fire until they're nice and close." A blast signaled the start of the showdown, with firepower lighting up the night like a fireworks show. Explosions roared, bullets flew, and the enemies wildly pulled triggers while Ron's squad displayed sniper-like precision, taking them down. Despite the numbers being totally in favor of the enemy, Ron's squad successfully pushed them back to the door. But the enemy wasn't clueless. They sent in a batch of suicide attackers to test the base's firepower before ramping up their assault. They had all the time in the world, so Ron and the gang took advantage by adjusting and resting while desperately calling for fire support. Just a waiting game. No news of Ambassador, alive or dead, unknown. What suspense. Czech leader stuck at airport. Bad luck. Locals were still haggling over cash to send reinforcements to the base, while Ron's squad had already mentally prepped for the worst. The enemy was playing the long game, and even the best of them would run out of bullets and energy eventually. Ron took a deep breath but was just sitting there waiting. The second wave of attacks approached, with tougher weapons and more enemies. Some even drove right up to their door. The commander said that the newcomers were from the Lion Hunting Brigade. What a reckless mistake. But for Ron and the team, there was no such thing as friendly fire. Anyone near the base was the enemy. Bullets from the left pierced the enemy's bodies like fireworks, and the rush of adrenaline had some of the squad seeing red. In this battle, Ron and Yang's teamwork was flawless. Their heightened awareness helped them spot danger coming. Blowing up the enemy's heavy weapons made them like startled birds. The more they knew, the more they panicked. Ron took another enemy down. Now that's satisfaction. Wow, hitting an enemy was a stunning move. Taking out the enemy's heavy weapons was like a heavyweight 5G attack, leaving them totally defeated. Ron's team barely held off the second wave of attacks, while their CIA buddies inside kept begging for backup. Even having an F-16 fly by for a show force would have made them happy, but lacking the authorization, the pleas were coldly denied. After 2 rounds of heavy fighting, both Ron and the others were running on empty like batteries that just kicked the bucket. From taking huge risks to longing for loved ones, if another round of attacks hit, they'd have to go online and beg for help. The sole good news, dawn broke, and Captain Jack led the team back to base. After a lot of twists and turns, they finally boosted their fighting capacity. Seeing fellow soldiers felt like waiting for a bus to come. But who could have ever imagined? The convoy sent to transport them didn't even pause, immediately turning around and departing from the outpost. While ground forces might have been somewhat manageable, the subsequent arrival of sea-based artillery was nothing short of a thunderous strike. It's enough to make anyone feel despair, so we must retaliate quickly. Otherwise, the losses could be devastating. Everyone must stay calm. And then we need to communicate through the net. Let's hope it doesn't turn chaotic. Got it. Everyone's got to cheer each other on, or else we won't make it. My daughter's dark circles are just heartbreaking.